Hey, welcome to Building Crafter. Building Crafter is an asset that you can find on the asset store. What it does is allows you to throw down blueprints of buildings and make buildings really quickly. Today, this is just basically a tutorial to show how to use Building Crafter. So yeah, let's just get right into it. First thing I'm going to want to do is three things. I have to create a Building Crafter game object, which allows you to basically construct the buildings from right side Unity. Then you have to do two things. One thing is you want to turn off the auto building for the lighting because it's really important. Helps with performance. And the other thing is you have to turn animated materials on. So once you've got the Building Crafter created, you just click on Create New Building, and that gives you the inspector for the building. First thing you want to do is add rooms. So you just click on a plus button, and it can add a little room in there. They automatically generate as you are placing them around here. So I'm just going to place a few rooms. Next thing you want to do is you want to probably add some doors. You can add a door in the front here. And these are automatically being generated as you're laying things down. Add a window in here, add another window in here, maybe a window on this side. You can just fly into the building and add a big long door, which actually builds a bigger, longer door. And then you can click on here and add some more doors in here as well. There are some limitations. You can't have a fancy door on the side of a building because it would cut in there. And if you want to take a look at your completed building, you just can click off of it and it shows you the outside of the building. This building is pretty simple, so I don't really want that. So the next thing we can do is we can actually add another floor. So add a floor, and now you're on the second floor. And click on rooms, and then you just click on anywhere on the second floor where you want to add a room. Add a room in here. The other thing that we'll probably definitely want to do is add in a staircase. So you just go back to the first floor, and we'll actually add a stairs on the back here. Add it right there, it automatically pops up. And then we actually have to build a room around it. So like this, which then adds it automatically to that. And then we'll probably want to have a door in there. Then we can add a window, which adds it automatically. And then we go to the second floor. You see it's like going into the other room. So we have to actually add another room on here. Just like do one right here. Put it around the corner. Actually, the great thing about Building Crafter is it also generates the underside. So you don't have to worry about having a building that has no overhangs. And then let's add another door, really big door, and some windows. And there you have a really simple building. All this stuff is built pretty much on the fly. You can actually generate them automatically. And if you have a slower computer, there's a live view. You can turn the live view off, but click Generate All, automatically generates it. And other things you can do are like you can duplicate floors. So now you've got a second floor. If you go up to that third floor, it's automatically generated. There is an LOD system. You can see that the windows are unloading as I zoom out, and they are loaded with a filler. So it's pretty good for mobile systems. You can easily rename the buildings. Let's call this New Building. And then there's other stuff that you can do as well. One of the main cool things about this is that the windows you see here are actually generated when you are building the building. So if I go in and I actually want to modify a window, I can slide this window around, slide it up and down, get it really short, put it up here. There's also a bunch of presets in here as well. That's a medium window. Then there's also like a short window. And what this is doing is actually taking a single window mesh and modifying it, and I'll show that in another tutorial. Other things you can do is you can actually export this entire file, and I can show that in another tutorial, but you can export it to FBX so that you can use it in whatever operating or whatever Blender or Maya that you want to use it in. And there's other things like you can set the fanciness on each side of the walls. If you want to have like a fully fancy walled building, you can do that as well. And the last thing, because it's just a very short tutorial, you can actually modify a style setting, which actually shows off, like these styles can be associated with a bunch of different buildings, and you can use them on the same building, so you can modify the style of a building without modifying the blueprints. So actually some of the style things that you can do is you can modify the crown on the top of the building. You can modify what the crown for like the plain side of the building looks like, same as the other one. So you can see that there's two crowns for like the same kind of plain bad wall that's not supposed to show up. You see in like older buildings. Yeah, and you can move that back really easily. It's all click and drop. And also the things are like you can modify the stairs in here. This is a style thing. I'll go into that in another tutorial. But I just want to give a brief overview of how to use Building Crafter and how easy it is to like create buildings in a very quick manner. I hope that has helped everyone out get an understanding of how Building Crafter works. There'll be a link in the video to the asset store, and if you want to check it out, buy it online. Yeah, I'd love to hear any feedback, and you can always send me emails at buildingcrafter@8bitgoose.com. Thanks a lot.